Hi there, Jason Lee again with NextLevelGuitar.com, and I'm back with a simple little rockabilly riff that I'm going to show you today. Pretty much a real simple single string one that's going to be a simple blues walk. Here's what I'm going to show you today, a really cool, really simple, really catchy rockabilly riff. Here we go at normal speed. So we're going to do this real slow and just work on this first part. So here we go. So now we're going to start out with the open E string. So we're going to start off and then we're going to go right up to the 3rd fret on the E string. So let's try that. Now we're going to move to the 2nd fret on the A string right here. And we're going to move that 2 up to the 4th. And then that top of the walk is going to be the 5th fret on the A string. And you're going to pretty much walk that back down. Same thing, go back to the 3rd fret on the E string and then off. So we're going to speed that up just a little bit so you can hear it in a progression. Let's do that again. So we're going to go open E to the 3rd fret on the E, 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the A, 5th fret on the A, back down to the 4th, back down to the 2nd, back down to the 3rd fret on the low E string, and then off. So now let's hear that first part in a progression again at a medium tempo. Alright, so in this progression you are going to end up playing that low E progression twice, and then we're going to move on to the A string. We pretty much repeat it. That's the best part about this exercise. A lot of times in blues or rockabilly, you're going to watch everything just kind of move up a string. And so let's try that now, and we're going to work on the second part. So now we're pretty much going to play the exact same progression, but we're going to get used to just playing that on the A string. So let's start that off right now. A string to the 3rd fret. Now the D string to the 2nd fret, D string to the 4th fret, D string to the 5th fret, and we're going to walk that back down to the 4th fret, 2nd fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the A string. So let's try that one more time, more of a medium pace. Open A string, 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, 4th fret on the D string, 5th fret on the D string, back down to the 4th fret, back down to the 2nd fret, back down again to the 3rd fret on the A string, and back. Alright, so now we're going to play our first E part twice. We're going to move up a whole string and play our A part once, and we're going to hop back down for a refrain and end up playing that E part for the last part of this exercise right now. Here it is moderately slow. So here's our next part, which is actually the 3rd and final part of our progression, and this is actually kind of a neat one. I think it serves as a cool little ending to the part, but this is going to be a very simple walk down. You got to think of it as a walk down, and it'll pretty much be a breeze. I'm going to do this with my index finger and pretty much watch as I walk down from the B note, which is going to be our 2nd fret right here on our A string. So if you actually check that out right now. So in that progression, we're pretty much starting with the 2nd fret on the A string. We're going to hold that for a little bit with that rhythm. We're going to go down. So let's try that right now. So the rhythm of this is really quite simple. We're going to play this note, which is our 2nd fret on the A string, 3 times. We're going to drop that down 1 to the 1st fret 1 time, and then literally just play that open A 1 time as well. So this will be the sequence. So keep trying that over and over. And then you're going to continue the walk down with the 3rd fret on your 1st string, down to the 2nd fret, And then remember, like I talked about earlier in the lesson, we're going to end that with the E again. So let's do that moderately slow in a sequence. The same rhythm as before with the 3, the 1, and the 1. And then we're going to do that little baby walk down. So let's try that again at the same speed. Now here's all 3 parts slow. Alright, now that you know all your parts, put it all together and make sure to practice it slow and then continuously work up speed. The slower foundation that you have actually is going to make you play that much cleaner when you're playing faster. And a few things you'll notice as I am playing it, sometimes I'll add a little slide in there with my pinky or my ring finger, which actually does sound kind of cool, especially when you're using like a slapback delay. Here's a quick example of those slides. So if you hear, I'm actually just using my pinky and going. So I'm only hitting it once, I'm not hitting it twice. So there's twice, so once again in the little progression, here we go. So there it is with a fun little kind of slide add-on that you can do as a little icing on the cake, we'll call it for the lesson.
Spicing it up.
Spicing it up. We are spicing it up with a little bit of icing on the cake. Spicy icing on the cake with our little pinky slide. So this has been Jason Lee with nextlevelguitar.com, and stay tuned for more lessons. Don't forget, check out the website nextlevelguitar.com, and I'm going to play us out.